I have a card I already pulled for you. It's from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Welcome back to Dear Gabby. Here's your card, my friends. Here it is. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. I can't think of a better message to begin today's show with. This is a message that was actually very meaningful to me today. So when I picked the card randomly right before the show, I knew it was our card for the day. I was driving this morning and I was just thinking about something that I want, but then being open to creative possibilities. And it was in that openness to the creative possibilities that I, for the first time in my life, really started to settle into not just a fleeting moment of releasing, but a real sense of, let's play. Let's see what the universe has in store for me. Let me let go of my agenda and my needs and really see what is going to unfold for me. And it got me into this place of just real acceptance that the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. And trusting and knowing that is a really big relief because it allows us to settle. It allows us to be in the curiosity and happy anticipation of what is coming and to not try to control and be the master of all things and to really just relax and allow. And to some of you, that might just sound like some nice, sweet, spiritual conversation. But when you have those moments where that settles in for you, the most tremendous relief sets in because it's a true energy of trusting and knowing that you are being guided, that there is a beautiful plan unfolding for you, and that you're participating in it absolutely, but that you don't have to figure it all out. So that's what today's card really means to me. Okay? That's my card today. When you do things that are fun, it turns into something cool. You can quote me on that one. How to bring forth a message into the world that will have impact. The bottom line is that when you share your authentic truth and tell the truth of who you are, you will serve a soul in some way. I'm in the business of serving souls. That's actually a message that came through with my good friend Raw Goddess. We said we don't talk to specific people. We serve souls. So if you get into that mindset of I am here to serve a single soul, that's if I help one person, that's enough. Then your days are a lot easier. Your work is a lot more joyful. The message comes out much more clearly. And it's less about you. So I think the biggest piece of advice I could make is to get your ego out of the way. You can have fun doing it. You can wear cute shoes and get dressed up and be you, but don't make it about you. So as long as you're committed, and when I ask you, tell your stories and tell the truth of who you are and your experiences in the pursuit of serving others, not in the pursuit of getting attention or in the pursuit of getting people to like you, right? So I think that there's this big like culture happening on the internet where people are super obsessed with getting likes, being seen. And really one of the root cause conditions for most of our suffering is the deep-rooted need, the unmet need that many of us experienced as children, the unmet need of being seen, being truly seen for who we are, what we are, who we are, what we're here to bring forth, what our truth is, what's quirky about us, what's brilliant about us, what's silly. And that deep-rooted need to be seen, while it is a fundamental need of a child, as an adult, if that need to be seen was not met, we will live our life trying to be seen. seeking for that acknowledgement. And that's where a lot of the addiction to social media and the addiction to the feedback and the addiction to how can I get my voice out there in a big way and the pushing starts to show up. I'm not suggesting this is you, but I know this is a common thing. So if someone's listening and they resonate with what I'm suggesting, when one of the fastest ways out of the behavioral triggered path of needing to be seen is to really begin to ask yourself, what is my intention in this blog? What is my intention in this social media post? What is my intention for this interview? What is my intention for this email? What is my intention for this client coaching session? And if the intention in any way comes back to your need to be seen, then you want to really bring it back to the drawing board. But we have to be, I'm practicing radical honesty right now. So we have to be real fucking honest with ourselves in order to make these kinds of adjustments to our behavior, because it's painful to look at the fact that we haven't been seen. It's painful to look at the fact that we are longing for it in our social media feed, right? And the beautiful part is that when you stop looking for it is when you're finally seen. Let's talk about procrastination. Here we go. So I believe that we procrastinate when there's a few different reasons why we procrastinate. But a big one is when we have a part of ourselves that is not fully developed yet. We can question it. We can judge it. We can become the almost avoidant towards it, because the concept of stepping into something new is very scary and jarring for our ego mentality. The belief system of, who am I to do that? Who am I to be great? Who am I to step out? When we're confident in things, we just do them. When we feel grounded in something that we're here to bring forth, we show up for it. But if there's any form of procrastination, there is in some way a sense of limitation. An underlying sense of limitation. It may not be a conscious awareness of it, but there's an underlying sense of limitation. Not, I'm not good enough. How could I do this? Because when we don't have the willingness to just start, it often can come from that place of, I don't believe I can. So I really want to put procrastination, I want to put it like a mirror in your face, right? Not just you, but everybody listening. It's just let's take this procrastination and let's just go face forward with it. And ask that procrastination, what is it revealing to you about yourself? Can you answer that now? Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. So first things first, let's get honest about the ego, because we can't bring these dark thoughts to light unless we shine light on them. The first step then is to look at it, say, oh, procrastination. There you are, revealing to me once again that I don't think I'm good enough. Thank you. Thank you, procrastination, for revealing to me that I don't think I'm good enough. And the next question really is, what are the undeveloped parts of me? What is it that I am, what is it that I am feeling is inadequate? Because when we start to question these belief systems, we can really start to see them through a different lens. Right now, we have a thought form that we keep thinking and it becomes a belief. That's what Abraham Hicks says. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. But what if you looked at those beliefs, those fear-based beliefs, those beliefs of not being good enough, those beliefs of who am I to do this, those beliefs of how dare I, and really just unpack them further, you realize that they're just a bunch of perpetual thoughts that you've been thinking. And so the undoing of those belief systems begins with your thoughts, begins with your mind. I believe in and promote and talk often about deeper therapeutic work, which I always will recommend on this show. But for today's purposes, the what can I do now steps to get out of a place of procrastination are: step one, look at the procrastination, put it straight in your face like a mirror. What is it reflecting back to me? Get honest with yourself. Yes, it's reflecting back to me my belief that I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of this. How dare I do this? Whatever that story is. And then really start to pay attention to the belief systems that you keep, the thoughts that you keep thinking that continue to reinforce that belief system. Because if you keep going back to those thoughts and back to those thoughts and back to those thoughts, lady, let me tell you, they're going to take you down. Those thoughts are going to take you down. Those thoughts are going to be the beliefs that carry your life. So you're very young. You're on your Gabby. You're wise. You're on a spiritual path. You're doing a great job at life. So this is your moment to start to be in the pursuit of undoing the thoughts that have turned into a belief that I am not good enough. Confronting those thoughts is terrifying. Totally. So that's where we can start to just be very gentle with ourselves and start to pray about it. We can say, thank you, universe, for revealing to me how I can undo these thought patterns. Don't bang your head against the wall trying to figure it out. Just be in the willingness and the gentle awareness of all of the different resources that are in this universe, this vast universe, that once you become open to them, they can start to be revealed to you. Yeah, we got to keep it simple here on Dear Gabby. We keep it simple here on Dear Gabby. We can't, listen, I think we have to, we talk, on Dear Gabby, we only do big talk. There's no small talk, right? So on my podcast, I'm actually going to have another segment called Big Talk, where I have friends come on and we just go right into big talk. No small talk here. We don't get into backstory. We just go big talk. But at the same time, we have to go in with clarity, and we have to be concise, and we have to be willing to demystify and unpack, because the stuff that we're talking about is so big that we have to almost normalize it so that we can all start to show up for it. Got me? I've done my work when my students reveal back to me my method for themselves. That's when you know you have done your job. I am proud of you and proud of me in this moment for your recognition of what I'm suggesting, which is that you choose again. What seems like a bigger opportunity isn't necessarily right for us. And what we have to do is always stay extremely grounded in who we are and what we are here to bring forth. And what I like to always ask my team and focus on for myself is highest and best. And this is something my friend Corey taught me years ago. What is your highest and best? So what is your highest and best is what's easy for you, what do you enjoy doing, and does it move the needle? And if it's not one of those three things, then it's not for you. And even if there's more money there, it's not going to matter because you're not going to be happy. So it's just, it all goes together here. You got me? And I also want to reiterate to everybody watching that what you're saying here is that sometimes the universe will offer you an opportunity because you're in such a high vibrational state that's very attractive to the universe and to all things. So you may get opportunities that were things that you didn't necessarily want or weren't thinking of. And sometimes you have to really check in with yourself and say, is this of my highest and best? Is this worth it for me to make these changes? So good on you for your bravery to look at it that way. First, I want to just acknowledge the loss of your sister and all of the people throughout the world who are suffering with mental illness at this time, and how heightened that is at this time. And if someone's watching right now and they're in a space of a low place, to know that there is a lot of support out there, that there are hotlines, that there is always the opportunity to call 911. There's always an answer. There's always an answer. There's always support. And that support can start with a prayer. So let's just send that prayer to everybody today on behalf of your sister, that if you are in such a dire place, that you have the willingness to welcome support. That's my prayer. Okay. Now, yeah. My suggestion for you to grow your spiritual practice right now is to do it alongside her, to do it with her, because you feel taken out because you've lost this human experience of your sister, but you can be taken back into your spiritual connection through a spiritual experience of her. So what I want you to do, it's going to sound a little silly, but I literally want you to walk around and talk to her all day long. And I want you to feel her. I want you to feel her presence around you. So if it's, because she can start showing you signs like maybe her perfume or a song, or so you can ask her for a sign if you have not already. Have you asked her to show you a sign that she's with you? Her music is coming through and her music is your sign for her. So I want to give you the suggestion of just getting into a deep dialogue with her in every moment. Even when you get in the car to drive to the grocery store, let's go to the grocery store together. Really start to feel her presence with you. Then, as you start to open that and develop that, you can sit deeper in your meditation and you can start to invite her into that space. And even if it's just a simple invitation, welcome into my meditation now. I want help me know that you are with me. Make your presence known. Give me any messages that you want me to know. It will help you not only deepen your own spiritual connection and really get into that adjustment of your nervous system, grounding you, but it will also start to help you establish a new relationship with her, and a relationship with her now that she is at peace. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. This is a fact right here. This is always happening on your behalf. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring you towards right-minded thoughts and the energy of love. That clarity, that conviction, that ability to say yes or to say no, the ability to know what burnout could look like. When we notice ourselves not in alignment in that way, when we notice, I'm not totally letting the universe guide me to right-minded thinking and love, we need to stop in our tracks, literally. Like, I want you to stand up right now on the phone with me and just hop into a stance of stopping. Stop. Boom. Stop in your tracks. Okay. Good girl. There you go. Stop in your tracks. And I literally sometimes will do this to myself. I will just lay down and really start over, because we almost need to clean the slate in order to begin again. When you have that spiral and that momentum of doing and controlling and doing and controlling and doing and controlling, it's just going to carry on and carry on. It's like a hamster wheel until you burn out. So stop yourself before you burn out. That halt. Right. Well, that's why I actually asked you to physically stand up and stop, because there's a lot of thinking, and the little girl needs this and she's doing this. And then all that does more of is more thinking and thinking. And sometimes the way out of the controlling behavior is to physically do something different, to take on the physicality of the bravery and the willingness to stop, to get landed, to get grounded, to walk outside and stand in the snow with your feet without any shoes or socks on, whatever it is that you need to get yourself back into the body, back into the moment, back into this experience. Because what happens when we let that momentum pick up of I'm doing, I'm forcing, I'm controlling, it starts to become this cycle that can't end. And so you have to literally halt it. You have to halt it. Now, once you've done that halt and you've made that commitment, you can do it all throughout the day. You can get up and just stamp your feet, but halt. And then that's when you need to really sit and get grounded with yourself. What is it that I am capable of? What is it that's bringing me joy? And that's all I'm going to cover today. Because whenever you're in, I'm controlling, the good girl has to do this, you're never going to win. But you can't get that guidance unless you slow down enough in this moment to receive it. So you can halt, You can say that prayer, I welcome the guidance from the universe. And then you can take a deep breath. You can do a meditation. You can go for a walk. You have to reorganize your energy and slow down your nervous system so that it can catch up with the desire, which is just to do less and attract more. And you can't do less and attract more when you're doing too much. The thing that we often forget is that we're all miracle workers wherever we are. You're not just a miracle worker, or if you want to call it a light worker, whatever you want to call it, if you're working as a life coach or you're a therapist or you're a speaker or writer or whatever it is, everywhere we go is a moment to offer someone a shift in their perception, which is a miracle. Everywhere we go is a moment to help transcend the limitations of the world and be a force of good in the presence of another human. So start now where you are, and then let the universe show you what to do. Because we start to get into, how do I get there? What am I going to do? The overthinking and the plotting and the scheming gets in the way of the allowing. So be in the work, do the work in every encounter, at the grocery store, at the doctor's office, at your job, on a Zoom. Be the light. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep bringing that light with you wherever you go. And I guarantee you, the universe will reveal to you the next action and the next action and the next action. So I actually don't want you to try to figure it out. I want you to stay in the momentum of what you've already created, which is that you're bringing it to the yoga class, you're bringing it to the office, you're bringing it to the home, you're bringing it to your friendships. It will be revealed to you. I guarantee you. I trust you that you are here to bring a lot of love and to teach in your own unique way. I don't want you to overthink it. I don't want you to get in the way of it. I don't want you to start too soon in the sense of leaving your job or whatever. I want you to be in the daily devotion of how can I serve in every corner of your life and get that fully and completely. I think that when we're trying to bring a new energy into the work that we do or into our relationships or anything in our life, if we get too heady about it and too logical about it and too detailed about it at first, we actually get in the way of what it can be. The details and the logic and all that can come. But I want you to right now in this moment be super grounded in how can I serve it at my yoga class more? How can I serve in this existing job more? And as you start to do that, it'll be very clear to you and revealed to you what the next step is. It'll be so loud, you literally are gonna be like, oh my God, I have to call Gabby. It's when I say loud, it's gonna be like, boom, a book falls off the shelf that teaches you exactly how to create that online business that you wanted to do or whatever it is. So I'm just saying, like, stop trying to figure it out. Be in the service of what it is that you're creating. Trust that the universe has your back. Let the universe show you what to do. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. My prayer for you all today is to tune into that guidance, to be open and willing to receive that guidance, to trust that in every moment, the universe is indeed conspiring to guide your thoughts and your energy back towards right-minded thinking, the thoughts of love. And when you get back into that alignment, everything starts to flow. When you notice that you're not, get up on your feet, stamp your feet, stop, halt, start again. Get yourself into a practice of witnessing when you're in alignment and witnessing when you're not. And when you're not, come back fast. This is not a show about perfection. This is a show about comeback rate. I'm here to help you come back to the energy that is supportive and sustainable so that you can be a super attractor in every corner of your life.